Welcome to the Air Jordel Bowl. The Air Jordel Thunder Bowl specifically. The top teams in terms of points for, that is touchdowns for your offense, that did not make the Corn Bowl. So this is the lowest tier bowl for this season. It's season 1. There aren't very many teams, so this is usually a high prestige bowl. And the prestige associated with winning this bowl is very high still, because we don't have very many teams. But by default, this is one of the lower bowls this season. So let's kick off the ball. We see that there is a great Sylph on the field for once. So we'll see if that's going to be a little bit different than a Spite. And it might be. And it might. Spite and might. And here we have the Blitzer taking some ground. I'm going to lower the volume here. Lowering the volume. And he is making a perfect cage, which is perfectly fine. In sevens, I prefer screening just to take ground, just because our fields are a little bit larger than a standard sevens field. So you see how there's so much room to mess with the cage, to get around and flank the cage. But he's actually done a really good job here of getting in the way of affecting this cage. Cage. And this is not a high percentage shot, but it lands. That is... Wow! That was an AV7 functionally. No, an AV6 functionally. Because of what? Because of Mighty Blow on the big. That was an AV6 shot. Wow. That was huge. Well, we have block on Vanilla. AV7. Wow. And it's a channel. I was going to say channel bowl. That's a different bowl. The Air Jordel Bowl. Similar theme. Similar. And here we have Brooklyn Adora, the block pass piece, one of the key pieces of the Converse University Valkyries. Northern Illinois University, is he going to lose another piece here? It's going to be a rush attempt. Yeah, it's bad to go off rushes. If you can, the less stress on your rolls, the better. That means if you can move without rushing, good. Unfortunately, he rushed, and it's pretty early. He's giving up a lot of ground because of that early mistake. Activate your guaranteed hits first. Like this is a guaranteed hit, for example. You got 3 dice, you have block. He gets off the foul, but he gave himself the likelihood of that roll happening with a high percentage block character like himself. He can get a shot on target. He can get 1 die, most likely by tagging here, tagging there. You know, I don't think this is a necessary tag. It's just you're there to get hit, in my opinion. Okay, so he just wants adjacency. He wants him to score early. It's still a rush here. It's a risk. Down he goes. Down he goes. Stunner. Here comes a blitz. Block on block, I recall. No, it's Vanilla. Block on Vanilla. That's a good idea. He can try to drag out this drive, which is what most people would suggest in this scenario. He has to score now. There's no more protection anymore. Touchdown. Touchdown, Northern Illinois Huskies. He could have had protection for that ball carrier, but an early touchdown is still a good thing. You know. Timeout. That means the clock will move back by 1. Okay. And the big catches the ball. You don't see that every day now, do you? Growl. I believe that's an unchanneled Fury. Yes, it is. We do have a modification for Isha on the 11s level, but not at the 7s level. Because 7s needs to be more mainline than 11s. That's an unnecessary rush. Just keep her there instead of rushing. You don't want to test your armor unnecessarily, unprovoked. The opponent should be the one breaking your armor, not your own choices as a coach. In my opinion, it's 7s, especially when there's very few rerolls, and there was no reason to make that rush. All right. And here comes the blitz. It's going to be 2 dice. Block on Vanilla. It's going to be 7 on the AV. Stunner. It's always good to bully the low AV. He needs to keep on blitzing that piece every turn. And I'm not joking. He needs to blitz that piece every turn. I know I'm not saying that you should stomp on the piece and foul it because there's so few assists that you can rack up in 7s. But what I'm saying is whenever that thing is standing up, you want to target it and pass it. Now, we have a 1-on-1. That is a very risky dice right there. Very risky. Yeah, a lot of risk going on for both teams. And for once, Northern Illinois is the beneficiary. Activate your pieces, please, before you blitz. He's doing so. Interesting idea here. Because that piece is going to get assists herself on the next turn and is able probably to blitz out of this. Just blitz this one, you know. Easily this one can tag, and then another one can tag over here. Easy peasy. Cover girl. Choice. I don't agree with this choice. I don't agree with this choice either. It was do or die time, but, you know, higher percentage chance of at least causing damage on this one. Alright. You can pass the ball. Yeah, he does have PA plus and the pass skill, so he's a standard elf thrower at this point. At least that gets the ball downfield. I know it was unnecessary, but it gets the ball out of contention here. Yeah, it's good. That's the target. Last one standing, knock down. And both go down 9 armor versus 8 armor. That's a good choice. Take the both down. I do agree with that choice. A lot of people would have chosen the push. I'm one of the people that would accept the both down for each units. That is the half. The score is 0-0 at the half, and the Converse University Valkyries are capable of just drawing out the entire half and scoring the last 2 turns. A touchdown on turn 7 or turn 8 is a death knell for the other team. That's another catch by the big. 2 catches by the big in one game. It is edge 4, so that means those are a 5+ catch times 2 across the halves. Very unlikely stat there. And she rushes again. I hate the rush. I hate the rush. This coach has gotten better about rushing less over the seasons. Initially, this coach was also going to help recruit for 7s, and I tend to have to do most of the recruiting in all of these. I have to do all the recruiting in all these leagues. So having like sub-commissioners, co-commissioners never really panned out, you know? One interesting rush. I disagree with him. He's already tagged. 1 dice. I like the choice of throwing that 1 die because it's the ball carrier. It's worth the risk. It's a worthy risk, even though it's the low percentage chance. I don't trust this unit to be consistent. Big. That was a good hit. That was AV8 functionally because of Mighty Blow. I'm happy with that piece always being the blitzer. I'm less happy with that piece being the ball carrier consistently, but it's not for it. It's just how we all feel about big ball carriers. It's kind of funny when they catch. It's kind of funny when they walk down the field and score a touchdown. But what's more important is scoring in itself, not the meme of scoring. Not the joke of scoring. We have block on block, and it's double blocks here. 1 die, block on vanilla. It's worth the role of bullying this piece. I'd even say hit with this one, even though, yeah. Oh, wrong one. It doesn't get adjacency, but when you're failing to realize is that they're just going to tag and even up the odds again, right? And she's going to try to dodge out on a 4+2. That's wild. She needs to not dodge out. Okay, good. I assume the worst. Down you go. Oh, yeah, Northern Illinois scored a touchdown. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, Northern Illinois. You've got a good chance here. And if Isha has to score early, more power to you. And it's going to be 2 dice here. I believe it's 2 dice. Block on Vanilla. He mates the Isha team right here. Knockout. Oh, no. This could be a touchdown. It's worth the dodge, and it's worth the rush. Can she score? It's worth the rush. Touchdown, Valkyries. Valkyries won. Huskies won. And it could all be done if the Dark Elves can score again. A natural progression would be turn 4, turn 5 touchdown, but you can easily drag it out to turn 6, turn 7. So we'll see. They are 4-on-4 today in the second half. In the end of the third quarter here, it's turn 4 each. When it's turn 5, it will be a third quarter, as we say on this channel. And this is really strong. It has dump off and PA2. Don't rush. All 3 were in quick pass, dump off territory. Even this guy shouldn't have rushed. He actually covers more ground right here and does the same thing of protection, really. If not, it's better to be right here, given the constraints. Block on Vanilla. I do not understand that push. I think it was a misclick. Yeah, just side cage. Absolutely. I don't know. Oh, no. Side cage, please. Move your passer next. I don't feel secure. I want there to be a guy right here when you do that. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Okay. Tagging him here, he has no defense against getting blitzed. Except for the dodge out. Why didn't he dump the ball off? Even a 3+ times 2. Oh well. Can Isha close this game out? It will go to overtime. If nothing else. Because this is a tournament game. It will be golden goal for these golden girls and the Dark Elves. Yeah, you sort of have to do this. It's the last piece with block. Take the rush. I don't understand why this one couldn't have been right here. Live and learn. This is the only one that can score a touchdown, I think. If that. This one is move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nobody can score a touchdown. But what she can do is receive the ball. Give this one some SPP. Move the ball. The Dark Elves who could score here. Ending the ball game. Touchdown! Touchdown, Huskies. Turn 7. It's going to turn to turn 8. There's no way to stop this, even if they scored on the prior turn. Because then it would be turn 7 for them. They have to get down the field in 3 turns. Or 2 turns, really. But you really can't get down in 2 turns in this position with this speed. Well, you could. What you can do with the 8, but, it's already over, man. He's getting some SPP. He's resigned himself. He's still playing. He's going to tag and blitz, I'm sure. Let's get some stats up in here because we do track stats. And track stats again. It's just that I have a lot going on. Aren't you going to blitz him? Donner and blitz him. Oh, he's going to get 2 hits on you. Yeah, he is. He is. Could have gotten 3 hits. But it's whatever. You could move here, hit, move here, hit, and tag, and blitz. Oh, well. I don't get this. Throw the block. That is the ball game. Northern Illinois 2. Illinois 2. Converse University 1. It's not Illinois. It's Illinois, by the way. That's my mistake. My mistake. See, I lost the screen there. Okay, so if I minimize, that pops up, the background there. That's what's behind all that. That's why they have the Blood Bowl banners. That is Blood Bowl 2, or in the 2016 rules that you can get on Steam. That's one of the images anyways. So let's stop the recording here and move into the next game, the next bowl game. All right, here is the second game in our triple header. Right now we have the top teams in terms of touchdown differential and CAS differential. These are the two teams that haven't made it to the Chan Elf Yield Blood Dahlia Bowl, but also have the highest touchdown differential and CAS differential. So let's go ahead and set it up and kick it off. The last two games we're going to cover for this season are that Chan Elf Yield, what is it? The Chan Elf Yield Blood Dahlia Bowl, and then the Sevens World Championship, because we're the only league that does Sevens as a championship, really. So by default, it's the World Championship. And here we go. He's going to lean into this piece here with his strength 4. It's already hard to bring down. One issue is everybody's strength 4. So if these guys can tag, we have a real issue. Because this one can always hit fairly easily. Running pass means he can get here. He wants to build up some SPP. In Sevens, you can build a piece up to Legendary and then port it to your 11s team during your next draft. If there are multiple seasons in Sevens, you can port up multiple players. Either you port or you redshirt to build one player out to Legend or whatever milestone you're looking for. But up to Legend, I mean. You can keep him down there in Sevens forever in perpetuity, even if he is a Legend, but it's just that one character that's the nuke. Okay. And there's the block. Down he goes. And he is going to be aggressive. Because he has that strength difference. He's tagging with his stunties. He's asking for this treatment. Very good protection here. Okay, he's going to shorten it, though. These guys could certainly tag. Yeah, easily. Easy tag. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to do much of anything with that, but I think this is strength 2. He could technically get him with the stunty. And that is a dodge piece. It's a blodge piece with guard. Triple pow, and he gets the pow with mighty blow, which brings it down to 88. So sorry. Hurt. Can he surf him this turn? Yeah, yeah, he can, but this is a better choice. Okay. I get it. I get it. I mean, I wish to surf, but it's more important to protect the ball. I get it. That's good protection now. I mean, he can wrap around, but he's going to get bullied again. And here comes the Chameleon Skink. It's... Down he goes. Here comes the Croxagore. He fouled with the Croxagore. How about you foul with the Stunties? Well, this one's going to get surfed at least. He doesn't have tackle, but he doesn't need it. He just needs to throw the block and get him off of him just to move him. And I'll be going to the crowd. And he can just throw up some more protection. But just one guy's perfect. And then this one can stand up. This one are tagged. He's going to get 3 dice. It was worth the 3 dice, wasn't it? Because if not, it could be disaster. He's not above filing the piece. He usually would. But he's going to get another 3 dicer right here. He can move to the goal line and pass this one. This one can throw a ball. Throw a block, rather. Throw a ball. But we're going to get the nice blitz here with 3 dice on the piece you're trying to develop. You should move this one before doing any of these actions, but that 3 dice is relatively safe, but triple skulls are more prevalent than most people would think. That's good. I don't know where you blitz him, but at least tag him. It's desperation mode. It's just desperation mode right now, you know. That's fine. Maybe you're hoping he scores early so that you get the ball back. Look, they're in reserves. They're not badly hurt. Could be a lot worse. No need to rush. I like that I'm not seeing a lot of rushes from this player, this coach. So, and since it's turn 6, you may as well hold off to the goal line, or you're going to score early. You're going to score early? Okay. I mean, it's turn 6. Technically, he could still score. You just have to stop one of his advances down the field. I think if I was him, I would have held out, because what am I going to do? Score twice in this half with enough time, Not very likely. Lucky pickup. 3+. Yeah. That's 2 dice. It doesn't need it to be 2 dice, but it was 2 dice. I don't understand it. The catcher's knocked out, and he uses his apothecary to keep him on the field, guaranteed for the next half, he thinks. I think I would not have done that. But, what if he gets behind because he has no reserves? And that's what he's thinking. At the same time, I'm like, I can tag 2 skinks with 1 guy. I'm going to get another removal. I'm not so worried about having bad luck that I want another removal. And yeah, case in point, right? These stunties. He's going to try to score another touchdown. It's possible. It's worth a reroll here. He gets what he needs. Brilliant. He's going to be here to just push him off of him. Yeah, it's worth a reroll just to keep his AV untested. I agree with that. He's your developmental player. So he has a lot of I have a lot of hope, a lot of good prospects attached to this player. You still need to put more tags on this ball. Oh, that's a bad idea. You're just going to scatter the ball then? You're going to scatter the ball? He can be easily blitzed off of there. And then someone else can pick up that ball. Yeah, this one's going to pick it up, hand off. Oh, that was very close to being a disaster for Notre Dame. But the Fighting Irish, the Lizards, are still in the ball game. Because they're the ones that are going to get the ball in the second half. There you go. There's a removal that's going to help you. It's missing next game. Doesn't matter. This is the last game of the season. Missing next game will be cleared. You have to go onto this line. Easy mistake, but it's wrong nonetheless. One step forward. They don't mind. They're like, great. Less time we have to drain from the clock. It is 6-7 on the field. Okay. Again, the half-elves don't have to worry that much. Eventually, if they keep on throwing 3 dice at these lizards, their armor will break. I guarantee it. If I were him, I would tag every stunty with my superior pieces. That's good too. But I'd go one-on-one with each of them. Force them to dodge out. And if one of them fails dodging out, then start blocking each one. Ooh, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. He's still alive. The drive is alive still. Really shouldn't be, but it's alive. It's part of the game. Part of rolling dice. Down he goes. Mighty blow. Makes it AV8. Okay. Looks like he has a good chance to score. Will he score too early? I'm okay with scoring early. Do you think that you can score a second time? What's going on here? This is not guaranteed. Case in point, this guy's going to get served. He's going to get served. I'm sorry, but that was the wrong choice. That was the wrong choice too. This one can tag, this one can blitz and knock him out. See? No reason to rush this one. No reason to rush this one. And then this guy does something else, like probably pick up the ball. Just saying. Okay, yeah, this guy picks up the ball. Pass it here and then go out of any position of them catching up with you. Yeah, test that armor, he says. Test that armor. Catch the ball. Down he goes down the field. Toron Rock College Wanderers are about to score again. When you see an English team with the name Wanderers or an Irish or a Scottish team, that means that they're a traveling team in the industry. They might have a location on hand where they play every season now, but at one point in that, usually soccer teams existence, they'll have a period of being a traveling team. For instance, is it the Bolton Wanderers? That means they weren't always in Bolton. Yeah, there you go. Strength 4 against 2 tags. Not what he wanted, but he's still fairly safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rush. Not perfect, but you know, I'll take a half elf blitzer over a lizard skink. Just mostly all the time I get confronted with those two fighting each other. Ay. I guess it'd be safer to dodge out at this point instead of the red dice. I can't be too picky or I'm going to criticize him all the time. That might be overbearing. Good blitz. If you go up by 2, you pretty much win the game. Good job. Touchdown Wanderers. Wanderers up 2-0 in this bowl game. The Rebork Corn Bowl. That is the Rebork Corn Bowl. Game over, man. Game over. Can the half-elves score a third time? They're trying. He's in position to score. Each one of these can tag each of these and blitz this guy off, and maybe someone picks it up. We'll see. It's going to be 2 dice, but it's well worth it. This isn't tentacles. This is prehensile, which means the dodge out's what matters. So if he had like a pow dice, he could have followed up. If he had scatter trip dice, he could have followed up. But, yep. I think the half-elves are going to score again. Maybe even just go right here. You're going to go right on the balls also, okay? Oh, man, that was nuts. Why did you do that? Why? All right. I see you. And it's going to be 2 dice with block. Not quite what he wanted, but he can get some SPP by picking it up, throwing it to him. Get even further out of the way. Picks up the ball. No need for sure hands. No need for the pass skill. Perfect play by Elves, though. Yeah. Game over. It's a blowout shutout, 3-0. As long as this succeeds, and this succeeds, I'm sure he's going to throw some blocks. There's a pow dice. This guy can tag and make it a 3 dice with block, but he's ready to score. That's the end of the ball game. Torun Rock College Wanderers win 3-0 in a blowout shutout against the Notre Dame Fighting Liz in our inaugural Rebork Corn Bowl. So let's go ahead and move on to our 11s game. But the next 7s game you're going to see in this list is the last game of the season. It'll be the NCBA 7s World Championship, or the 7s World Championship, SWC. But the first game you'll see is the premier bowl game besides that national title, the Blood Dahlia Bowl. So I hope you're ready for that too. Bye for now.